Hey everyone, in this video, I want to talk to you about something that's very important when it comes to building any business or building your unique positioning. What makes you unique? What makes you stand out? So in my hands here, I have a few notes and I'm just going to jot this down very quickly. But the most important thing is this. In a world where we face competitors that copy us, in a world where we face that we cannot differentiate, we cannot stand out, how do you stand out in a sea of sameness? How do you stand out and be unique against all of your competitors? How do you do that? How do you do that? Is you need to look at this. You need to understand, okay? You need to understand this very, very important piece is this, that the only thing that differentiates, that differentiates you from your competitors is your story. Your story is what makes you unique. Your story is what makes you unique. Your story is what the one thing that no one else can copy. They can copy what you say, they can copy how you look, but the one thing they cannot copy is your story. They're going to copy the emotion, they cannot copy the authenticity, they cannot copy your story. Now, there's a few things when we always talk about story, a lot of people think it's about talking about, their rags to riches story. No, I'm not talking about that. Because when you come to Video Hero, when you come to any of our programs, we always cover this, is that your story is the most important thing. But before we can work on your story, we need to accept, okay? This is the word. First, we need to accept the past. Accept the past. So how do we accept the past? We accept the past by acknowledging the past, by looking at it as it is. This is what the Stoics say. You look at it as it is. You take responsibility for it, and then you mold it into whatever you want it to be. So you need to understand this. This is very important. That when it comes to becoming a hero, it's all about understanding that you have a message inside of you, and it's not about being perfect. Whether it's doing video marketing, whether it's speaking on stage, it's not about being perfect. When you want to become a hero to someone else, it's all about being vulnerable. It's all about showing your scars, showing and embracing your mistakes, being vulnerable, being transparent, and going where most people in the 21st, 22nd century will never dare to go, which is where most people are afraid of, is being real. So you need to understand this, that I want you to now think about when you look at your whole life, what troubles do you have? What troubles do you have in your life that cause you a lot of frustration or things that you got in trouble with? And I want you to see how did you turn those troubles into transformation? Look at the scars that you have over your body, whether it's emotional or physical, and how to turn those scars into stars, into moments where you shine. Look at all the mess you've made, whether it's in your business, relationships, friendships, and how do you turn those mess into moments that make you shine, make you different, make you stand out, into moments of learning. Look at the faults, your imperfections, what you don't like about yourself, physically, emotionally, or what other people say about you, the faults. And how do you turn faults into creating waving fans? Look at all of your agony, all of the pain that you have caused or others have caused you. And how do you turn that agony into a moment of attention? How do you turn agony into attention? Will draw people in through whatever you experience. How do you take your frustrations? What are you frustrated about? What keeps you up awake at night? What makes you bang the table, flip the table, curse at the people you love? What are those frustrating moments that you had? And how do you turn those frustration moments into fantastic moments, into fantastic scenarios that turn out for the better good. Look at all your failures. What failures did you face in your past? What failures did you gone through, whether small or big? And how do you turn those failures into fortune, into money, whether it's emotional fortune or financial wealth or fortune? Look at your faults. Look at all of the things that you are unhappy about yourself or other people say about you. And how do you turn those moments into fame? I'm going to repeat everything I said. How do you turn your troubles into transformations? Your scars into stars? Your mess into moments? Your agony into attention? Your frustration into fantastic moments? Your failure to fortune? And lastly, your fault to fame. And how do you... So one thing that you need to understand is you need to look at all of the imperfections, all of the mistakes, all of the embarrassing moments, and I want you to acknowledge them, accept them, and then we can then start, take it, and then we can turn it and mold it into something that is empowering, something that can help others, something that can be an inspiration and a message and a beacon of hope to everyone else on this planet. So that at least your story, when someone else hears it, someone who needs it, it will change or potentially save their life. So accept your faults, your imperfections, your mistakes, your failures. So write it down. What are all the failures? Write it down. Write everything that you don't like about it. Look back to your past, whether small or big, and how do you turn them into adversity? Because I know if you're watching this video right here, you're not someone who's weak. You're someone who's gone through a lot. And even though I'm seeing it through a camera lens, I can see your eyes. And those eyes are eyes of wisdom, experience, no matter how young or old you are. So I want you to realize this, is that you have a message within you. You have a story. You have a voice. And you matter. So how do we start by making you matter? Is let's accept what is imperfect. And together, let's turn it into something that is real. That is a beacon of hope. That is a message that resonates and changes the world.